السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا بكم مرة أخرى في الوحدة الأولى. الآن وصلنا إلى 9 reading. نبدأ مع okay, let's begin now 9 reading. Okay, before reading, why do people use cell phone? How often? Why do people use cell phone, and how often do they use them? لماذا يستعمل الناس اللي تعرفهم التلفونات وكم مرة؟ Okay, we want to ask this question first. For example, let's see. They use a cell phone to access on the internet, to call, to communicate with other people. And how often do they use them? For example, an hour a day or something, or more than. Cell phone obsession, negative or positive? اوكي، الهوس هذا على التلفون هل هو ايجابي ام سلبي؟ نستمع الى نص سماعي الان يقرأ.
Page 8. 9. Reading. Cell phone obsession, negative or positive? Yakety yak yak. All around, you hear ringtones of cell phones, and you see people talking on the phone in public, or sending text messages. This use of cell phones may signal more than normal communication with friends and family. For some people, this craze may be a sign of unhappiness and anxiety. Cell phones are definitely part of today's youth culture. 60% of U.S. teens have cell phones, and soon over 50% of kids ages 8 to 12 will have them too. Students in grades 7 through 12 spend an average of an hour a day talking on their cell phones. That's about the same amount of time that they devote to homework. The majority of cell phone usage is for text messages, and heavy users check for replies frequently. The heaviest users check their phones approximately every 10 minutes. They often become irritated when other people don't respond to their messages. Heavy reliance on a cell phone can become a problem and an obsession. According to the Los Angeles Times, a survey of 575 high school students in the United States showed that 2/3 of the students who use their cell phones more than 90 times a day do so because they are unhappy or bored. They score higher on tests that measure depression and anxiety compared to students who use their phones less. However, when they were examined, the frequent users were not found to be clinically depressed. That is, they were not actually in a state of depression that was severe enough to require medical help. The researcher who conducted the study said, "The young people may be unhappy because of a problem in their lives, or anxious about their social status. They are trying to make themselves feel better by reaching out to others. Communicating via cell phone makes the addicts feel popular." For teenagers, cell phones are not just objects of communication. They are extensions of themselves. They are tools for keeping in touch. Many teenagers don't agree with the study from the United States. They say that people who are anxious or depressed wouldn't be sending out messages or making calls. For them, a lot of cell phone use shows that a person is popular and has a lot of friends. What do you think?
Okay. Now we want to طبعا تلاحظون ان كان في اختلاف بس في المقطع تقريبا الثالث. هي النسبة تختلف 95%. طيب. Okay, let's now to after reading we want to discuss ideas here about these people that they use using a cell phone. Okay, answer true or false. Answer true or false. First one. Only one out of every 4 young Americans owns a cell phone. It's false. Number 2. American students spend a lot more time on the phone than on homework. Okay. Most of the cell phone usage is for text messages. True. People who talk a lot on the phone do so because they are depressed. Okay, false of course. 5. Some people think that a lot of cell phone use is a positive thing. Okay, it's false. Now, discussion. Let's discuss the questions. What do you think about the study for the Los Angeles Times? Give me your answer. Give me your answer about this study. You know, there are a lot of people use a cell phone for many hours. Okay. Do you have a cell phone? Yes, I have one. No. Yes, I do. Okay, if so, how often do you use your cell phone? 2 hours? 3 hours a day? Okay, how often do you use it? And what for? For messages, for example? For access internet? To enter, for example, my school on the web? Tell me about that. Okay, your answer. Okay. Next 3. طبعا عنا نتكلم بالبداية هنا يتكلم عن الدراسة حقت لوس أنجلس اللي كانت على الأمريكان. إيش تعتقد أنت عنها؟ استعمال كثير، يستعملون الهاتف كثير طيب هنا هل تمتلك تلفون وماذا تستعمل؟ كم ساعة تستعمله وبما تستعمله؟ Okay, approximately how long do you spend on each call? كم تقضي بكل مكالمة؟ Okay, for example, 5 minutes or more, 10, 20. Okay, tell me. How much is your monthly cell phone bill? Okay, 60 reals, for example, 65, 75, or 200. Tell me. طبعا كل ما كان الفاتورة أكبر كل ما يعني أنت تستعمل أكثر الهاتف وتنصرف على واجباتك وما شابه. طبعا الآن من الكثير يستعمل التلفونات للدخول على الإنترنت والمنصة وحل الواجبات وما شابه. هذا جيد. Okay, discuss the advantages and disadvantages of cell phone. Okay, for example, your cell phone is useful for surf internet, for getting to, for example, how to solve your homework, how to answer, to understand your lessons. Okay, these are advantages. Disadvantages of cell phone, for example, it costs a lot of money. يعني تكلف الكثير من المال. Your free time is gone. يضيع عليك وقتك الفراغ. okay, spend a lot of time and so on. Read and discuss. Read and discuss. A recent survey found that 1 to 30% of text messages received on cell phone are mobile spam. حاجات يعني ما هي مرغوب فيها، رسائل مزعجة وما شابه، unwanted commercial and advertising، أشياء تجارية وإعلانات أو ما شابه. Unlike email spam, some cell phone users may be charged a fee for every incoming messages. What do you think can be done to prevent it? يعني البريد الإلكتروني هذا والبريد والرسائل اللي تأتيك تكون مدفوعة وتكون هناك في عائد مادي لهم. كيف تفعل لمنع ذلك وكيف عشان يعني وقتك لا يضيع وما شابه. Okay, discuss that. Tell me about how to prevent these messages or for example خلينا نقول كمثال. Okay, from setting or can you get in the setting and stop that. في واحد مثلا يقول ممكن ادخل على الاعدادات يا شباب ولا الضبط ولا ما شابه وامنع ذلك. كل انسان له جواب معين. Okay, now you see here number 10 project. Okay, I want here to work in groups. Find out how longer group members spend on the following activities. Okay, on the chores, housework, أعمال المنزلية. كم تقضي فيها ساعة مثلا؟ كم تساعد أسرتك على ذلك؟ An hour for example. Okay, give me your answer. Okay, here number 2. On homework, on your homework, for example, 2 hours a day. In the bath or shower, 5 minutes, for example. كل إنسان له جوابه معين. Watching TV, okay, every day or every week. How many hours? كم ساعة? Next, on the internet, 2 hours a day, for example. Shopping, okay, Friday for example, يوم الجمعة, or monthly, or في الشهر. Sleeping, 8 hours, 9 hours. Okay, give me your answer. I spend, for example, 9 hours sleeping. Okay, أنا أقضي 9 ساعات أو 8 ساعات في النوم. Other مع الآخرين وما شابه في الخدمات الأخرى. Okay. Discuss and compare result as a class. نناقش مع بعض كل جواب واحد. يعني مثلا مجموعة معينة تكون كثير استعمال يعني في بعض الأشياء وقليل وقتها في بعض الأشياء. Discuss that. Okay. Discuss and compare result as a class. What habits or pastimes are the most common? What is it? For example, homework or internet. Okay. On average, يعني كمتوسط, how often and how much time do members of the class spend doing them? كم المتوسط للساعات اللي تقضيها في هذه الأشياء. For example, here 2 hours here, for example 2 hours again, 2 hours here. يعني كمتوسط ساعتين في كل شيء. من جواب من مجموعة لمجموعة تختلف. Okay, this is our lesson today. I wish you understand that. أتمنى الكل فهم يا شباب. تابعونا لكل جديد ونتمنى لكم التوفيق.